Nice. Woo! What's up YouTube? It's your boy Danny Boy, and today we've got a very special video because we are taking a look at the Vorsk Vmp-1. Right, so here we are, the Vmp-1. This is the Vmp-1X. Now in this package you get a big boy suppressor and an extra 48 round mag. In the standard one you just have the one mag with the gun itself, but we couldn't miss out on that suppressor. So nice. Now take a look inside here. You can see you have the two magazines on the right there with the suppressor in the lower left. So on the top left hand side of the box you have a little pouch of spare O-rings, which is very handy to have. Also have a spare nozzle if you do need to replace that. It comes with a lovely Vmp-1 patch, and there it is right there, the little patch. Personally really love that. You have your hop-up key, which we'll show you how to use later, obviously allowing you to adjust your hop-up on your VMP. Also comes with a very nice laminated instructions manual. This obviously shows you how to load the mag itself, how to fit the suppressor on the end, how to work the collapsible stock, and how to fit the suppressor. But we'll get into that a lot later. So we are going to take a look at all the lovely little features of the Vmp-1, and we're going to start at the back and work our way towards the front. So here it is. This is the Vmp-1. This is what you get in the standard package, with obviously everything you see here with a magazine. Now, the good thing about this little thing is, even though it's tiny as it is, with the stock collapsed, it's 345 millimeters long. So it's a bit stiff to get up at first straight out the box, but as you can see, claps around. This little tiny thing would be perfect for anyone using a DMR or a sniper. Another good thing about the VMP is that the stock is actually fitted onto an M4 stock receiver slot, and you can put in any sort of, well, any M4 stock that you want to put on the back. I personally prefer the stock that it comes with, and at the back of the stock you can see the Vorsk logo on the side there, and the butt stock actually tilts 15 degrees to the left and the right. And it just makes it a little more comfortable and ergonomic when you're peeking around corners, trying to pick your targets out. I personally love that. The build of the Vmp-1 is a full polymer body. The VMP also comes fitted with a 6.03 Type ball barrel, which is absolutely tasty. The gun itself also features a very unique compensator for the Vmp-1X, allowing obviously the suppressor to be clicked on quite easy. As you can see on top, you have some very nice fibre optic sights that are built actually into the rail itself. They're quite low down, I'll be honest. When I'm using my headgear, ear protection, eye protection, everything else, it feels like it would be kind of a bit too low to be able to see in line. They do feel very, very nice. I'd also just like to add that there is a rail on the bottom as well. So not only do you have rails on the top and two sides, you do have one underneath. So there's plenty of room for customization for lasers, torches, any sort of attachments you want to put on there. The trigger as well has a built-in safety for it. Kind of reminds me a bit like a Glock. Obviously you have to pull it all the way back for it to go. Look on the side, you have a very nice detailed single fire and fully auto switch. Pushed all the way to the right is for full auto, and pushed all the way to the left is obviously for single, but you can tell that by the little red markings that are on there. I do prefer the little 3 dots for full auto, always reminds me of the Predator, that little 3 dot load out there. Now moving on to the hop up of this SMG, when you pull the bolt back there, you will see on the inside, the end of the barrel, there is tiny little grooves. With the hop up key that you get come in the box, you just need to line it up in the little grooves there and move it in the direction of which way obviously you want the hop up to go. If you want more or less hop up, it's actually engraved onto the key to show which direction that it goes in. So that's very helpful in itself. Not knowing myself as well, but with the previous Vorsk pistols that we've used, they always seem to have a blue nozzle. I don't know if that's a design they've always set to go with, or whether that's their like signature nozzle, but if you look towards the back in there, you can actually see the lovely little blue nozzle in there. And as I mentioned earlier, you do get a spare blue nozzle in the box as well if something happened to the original one in there. The bolt at the back, you can pinch it, pull it back, which is lovely. And on the other side, you have the bolt release right there, and you just give it a good old click, and that will be the slide going back forward again. Lovely. Just below the fire selector is the mag release. I'll be honest, I did get mixed up with this a couple of times, but that was just me and my monkey brain. You do get used to it, and yeah, the mag release is right at the bottom there. Now the reason we got the Vmp-1X package, because of this big boy suppressor. Now as you can see on the end, there is cut grooves on the end, which slide over the flash hider there. So you just push in, twist a tiny bit to the left or right, about 30 degrees, and it will sit on there nice and tight. It is very, very, very satisfying. It doesn't add that much extra to the weight either, and it is very easy to take off. You just twist again 30 degrees to the left or right, and it will pop straight off the end like that. Wow, so amazing. This design is amazing, love it. Now one thing I do like as well is the pistol grip on the bottom here almost has like a sort of snake skin effect. It is very, very comfortable, just a nice added bit of grip. And lastly, the thing we haven't shown yet is the mags themselves. Now these are 48 rounds. So Vorsk recommends that you use their V6 gas in these, but we've been using the neutral green gas. Haven't had a problem with them, they've been fine. We've been able to literally go through a whole mag, if not two sometimes, using full auto. I feel like the gas consistency does work a lot better if you are using it on semi, but they've been great. Like burst shooting and everything, it's been really nice. The loading, some people might find a bit hard. Pulling down with your thumb onto the front sometimes can be a bit annoying, but I'm sure there's loads of companies out there that are going to be printing thumb savers and everything to be able to use on these. I don't know if you can see right there, but the magazines do come with some really nice covers. I'm pretty sure you have to buy these separately if you do get another mag, but they have the Vorsk logo on the side there, and yeah, just kind of complete the look once it's together. And for the short time that we've had this, it's been working really well. The full auto works great, the rate of fire is insane, you're going to absolutely love that. The trigger response is very snappy, there's nothing really to complain there. The only thing I've had to get used to is the full stock. It seemed a bit stiff to begin with, but once you get used to it, you can lift it up and lock it around in all the places quite easy. And even with the suppressor on there, it's still a lovely little tiny piece. I've heard as well there is going to be a variant coming out where there is no stock at all, so I imagine people that are running snipers and DMRs could just have them attached to the side and using it as a lovely little secondary. The one thing I do want to know is why the stock locks at a 90-degree angle like that. I don't know if it was design or not. Maybe it's to like shoot round the corners or anything, but I don't know. As far as I can tell, the Vmp-1 is built around the MP9 or looks very similar to it. As you've seen in other video games and movies, the MP9 is a classic submachine gun. I personally always loved using it in Rainbow Six Siege and Modern Warfare 3, but yeah, to bring something like this to the field is so customizable. I can see tons and tons of different builds being used with these. Kind of similar to the AAPO1, but I could sit here all day talking about this gun, but you guys are going to want to see it firing and in action, so we're going to jump to that right now. So for the range test, we took it all the way out to 60 meters. 20-30 meters, you're hitting things easy with this. If you know a gas submachine gun wasn't hitting anything that close, you kind of want to be taking it back straight away. We thought we'd test it and see, push it to its limit, see how far it can go. So as you can see here, we got Nath down at 60 meters. Taking a few shots first, dialing the hop up, I was using 0.28. They were dropping just short of where Nath was, but once we dialed in the hop up a tiny bit more, they were hitting, I'd say out of 10 shots that we've done, 6 to 7 of them were hitting. I mean, for a submachine gun, you don't want to be shooting 60 meters plus, but it can reach that. It's not the most consistent at 60 meters, but it does have the power and the accuracy to reach 60 meters if you needed to. I definitely recommend using this in more than 30 meter range, 30 to 40 meters. With the rate of fire as well, depending on what site you go to, you're definitely going to be out shooting a ton of people with this little beast. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like and subscribe. We've got plenty of content coming soon. 1,000 sub giveaway. Don't forget that. If you haven't subbed, subscribe to the video right now and you'll be entered straight into the giveaway. We'll be doing loads of content on the Vmp-1, so if you have any other questions or anything like that, make sure you leave them in the comments below. But for now, if you do also want to look at our last 2 videos that we did for the Vorsk pistols, we did the Hitman Silver Ballers and the Punisher pistol. They are so good and we still use them now, so definitely check those out. Anyway, stay safe, call your hits, all that mess. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.